All right, so you're thinking about selling your place down in Florida,
Yeah.
seeing those for sale signs everywhere you go,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe smelling that fresh paint too, right?
Yeah.
Makes you think,
Uh-huh.
do I need to fix up my place too
Yep.
before I can even list it?
Exactly.
So today we're diving into some marketing materials
Okay.
from a Florida real estate expert, trying to figure out if these renovations are like
Right.
really necessary to sell in this market,
Uh-huh.
or if you can just kind of
Right.
skip all that hassle and
Yeah.
sell the place as is.
Yeah, that's the big question, right? Like,
Yeah.
do you really got to do all that work?
Exactly.
Or can you just sell it as is and
Yeah.
still make a decent profit?
Yeah, and this expert is saying that like
Okay.
68% of Florida homeowners are actually choosing to renovate.
Wow, 68%.
That's so selling.
That's a lot.
Yeah, so that's a big number, right?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking like, okay, is everybody really like
Right.
gutting their kitchens and stuff?
Yeah. Are we talking full renovations here?
Or are we talking like
Or just like a fresh coat of paint?
just a little sprucing, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what we need to figure out. Like,
Yeah.
what kind of renovations are they doing?
Right.
And is it really necessary?
Yeah. Why are people doing this?
Exactly.
Are they doing it because they think it's absolutely necessary?
Yeah.
Or is it just because they think that's what buyers want?
That's a good point.
Yeah.
A lot of times people just follow the trends without really thinking about it.
Right.
But in this market,
Yeah.
it might not be necessary.
Especially since this expert keeps saying that like
Okay.
buyer demand is super high,
Oh, yeah.
even with interest rates
Right. Interest rates are through the roof.
being what they are. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it seems like Florida is still
It is.
like a super hot market.
Definitely a seller's market,
Yeah.
you know?
So does that mean that buyers are willing to be a little bit more flexible?
Contention.
Yeah, and overlook a few things.
Really?
Maybe like a little bit of wear and tear
Yeah, I think so.
here and there.
Yeah, especially if it means getting a good deal.
Right.
And getting into a house.
Exactly, because if there are way more buyers
Right.
and there are sellers,
Mhm.
they're going to have to compromise on something, right?
Exactly. They're going to have to be a little bit more flexible
Yeah.
with their expectations.
So they might even be willing to take on like a little bit of a project.
I think so.
Yeah.
Especially if it means getting into their dream home.
Exactly.
Mm.
And maybe they even see it as an opportunity to customize the place.
Yeah. Put their own stamp on it.
Right.
Make it their own.
Exactly. Yeah. So it sounds like some buyers actually like
Okay.
want a house that has a little bit of
Character. Yeah,
a
exactly.
little something to work with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't want something that's like cookie cutter.
Right.
You want something that they can make their own.
Yeah, they want something unique.
Exactly.
So how can sellers like use this to their advantage?
Well, they need to think about
Yeah.
how they can position their property
Mm-hmm.
as a blank canvas
Right.
for a buyer's vision.
Okay.
You know, instead of competing
Right.
with every other renovated house on the block,
Mm-hmm.
they need to highlight the unique aspects of their house.
Okay.
The things that can't be easily replicated
Yeah.
in a new build or a renovated flip.
Like the bones of the place.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The structure, the layout,
Right.
the
The
location.
things that you can't really change.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is where selling as is comes in, right?
Yes.
And this expert is saying,
Okay.
watch out for those instant cash offer solutions.
Yeah. Those can be tempting,
Right.
especially if you're in a hurry to sell.
Exactly. You just want to get rid of it.
Mm-hmm.
But
But you're probably going to lose money.
you're probably going to end up leaving some money on the table.
Exactly. You're trading convenience for profit.
Right.
Yeah.
So selling as is can actually be
It can be,
more lucrative
yeah, if you do it right.
if you're smart about it.
Exactly.
So how do you do it right?
Well, first, you need to price it correctly.
Okay.
You know, you can expect to get the same price as
Yeah.
a fully renovated house.
Right.
But you also don't want to undersell yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
You got to market it to the right people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're not marketing to the people who want a move-in ready house.
Right.
You're marketing to the people who are looking for a project.
Yeah, they want a deal. They
Exactly.
want to do the work themselves.
Yeah, they want to put their own sweat equity into it.
So instead of staging it
Yeah.
to look like it's brand new,
Right.
you should highlight the things that are actually good about it.
Exactly.
Like the bones of the house,
Yeah.
maybe a spacious yard,
Mm-hmm.
or some original features that are
Yes.
still in good shape.
Original hardwood floors.
Yeah.
Exposed brick.
Yeah. Things that add character.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Things that buyers are looking for.
So for our listeners out there,
Yeah.
thinking about selling their place in Florida,
Uh-huh.
the main takeaway is that you don't necessarily have to renovate
No, you don't.
to get top dollar.
You have options.
You have options.
You can renovate, Or you can sell as is.
Yeah.
It depends on your situation.
Right. It's really about what's best for you and your property.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And what kind of buyer you're trying to attract.
So the big question is,
Yeah.
how can you use what's special about your property
Right.
to find the right buyer?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You got to think outside the box. You know?
Yeah.
Get creative with your marketing.
So maybe you just do a few cosmetic updates.
Yeah.
Or maybe you embrace that as is charm and find somebody who's ready for a project.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's all about finding the right buyer.
Yeah, it's all about strategy.
Exactly.